So in a lot of ways, the founding of Blue Homes is rooted in my childhood. I grew up at a Benedictine monastery in Portsmouth, Rhode Island. The Benedictine tradition that was inculcated in the values of the school and the religious community centers on things like timeless design, beauty, integration with the natural world. So this set of values, were a part of what I grew up in. But the school didn't have a lot of capital, and my parents were teachers and they provided housing, but the housing was of modest quality, let's say. And this disharmony between caring about beauty and the natural world, being interested in timeless design, living in a place that had a lot of natural splendor, and then the houses themselves being blights to some extent. That kind of left me with a notion that we ought to be able to do better. And I began to wonder whether the information technology revolution that offered change for so many things could change the sense of beauty, design experience, cost, environmental footprint, and health consequences of living in a house. In order to think about that, I went to RISD. The Rhode Island School of Design is pretty much without a doubt the best design school east of the Mississippi and one of the couple best design schools in the United States. And by this stage, I had met Maura, and she was the first employee at Blue, and then in Dennis, and so it was really just the three of us.
When I co-founded this company with Bill, we did it for a variety of reasons, but one of the big reasons was we felt that there was a big opportunity to inject technology into home building and to use that to really change people's lives and change their experience of home building. So we did a lot of homework when we started the company. We worked with RISD for several semesters, doing lots of research into the history of prefab. So when we started the company, we really were focused on how do we bring all the best thinking to found the company and make the customer experience really different. Dennis Michaud, who is our technical co-founder, is really amazing and was really important to the founding of Blue because he brought a way of looking at building these houses and designing them that is different than anything that's ever been done in the home building industry before.
To be honest, I was pretty blown away by first the fact that there's actually two people out there that have these same views and this kind of crazy idea of starting a company in the time period that we started the company, which was really at the sort of bottom of the market, but also the same viewpoint about what quality should mean, what greenness should mean, what the cost should be.
With RISD initially, and then with folks from MIT, we got 8 professors and 30 graduate students, and we spent 2 years studying this. How would you provide families like the one I grew up in, a very different experience? Something where they could design their own house, they could do it for free, they could do it in 3D, they could do it online, and they could get a fixed price. How would you build a house that was of extraordinarily high quality, durability, resale value, and dropped maintenance costs and operating costs, particularly energy costs of a house, in a fairly dramatic way? So in that sense, how would you give the American family a far better value proposition? They got something that they liked much more, that was much safer to live in, that was much more fun, that was easier to get, that cost less, and when, if ever, sold or passed on to their children, was worth more.
How do you build something that's smaller and more beautiful, that connects more to nature, and that puts less stress on families because you're reducing your mortgage bills and you're reducing your energy bills?
How could you take that kind of trailer experience that I went through and go to the next step? That's where Blue Homes comes from.